Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello everyone, welcome to our lovely channel. This is StellaZone, and guess what we are doing today? The husband tag. See, I have this amazing, gorgeous, handsome, goodness African man right here by my side, and he's like rocking the wooden shirt really well. And so we're doing the husband tag. Hope you all are doing fabulous, and we love you guys. Oh yeah, chop kiss. All right, so I am just going to dig in right into the questions that you guys asked us. All right, so by the way, my name is Stella, and this is my husband Steven, who sometimes goes by Babe. That's how sometimes I call him Babe, Babe, and or I call him Odoyewu or Midoriase.
I don't hear that.
I call you that, don't I say Odoyewu?
Maybe sometimes.
Yeah, maybe sometimes. Yeah, so Odoyewu, Midoriase, my Hausa cocoa, my jollof rice, my shito, my wache. That's when you know it's getting serious.
Yes,
Abby. All right, so let's dig it right in. All right, so where did we meet? That's a good question. Where did we meet?
We met online. Christian Mingle. Shout out to Christian Mingle.
Yeah, we actually met online. A couple of years ago. Yes, we did meet online. So yes, online dating did work for us. I mean, look, I came in all the package. Okay, I'm from Ghana. Okay, so made in Ghana. Okay. He was not gonna let it go. He was not gonna let me go. He loved me, didn't you?
Yes.
You're my boo.
Oh yes.
Boo for life. They booed me, boo. That's how I don't worry. That's how I am. Okay, don't take me serious. All right. So where was our first date? That's an interesting question. Okay, so I'm not gonna take much of your time. So let me explain. So when I met Steven, I was at a terrible place. You know, it was like forced dating, okay? I was out of a bad relationship, and my sister thought...
Thanks, Priscilla.
Yeah, my sister tried to do everything to make me like happy, and it wasn't working. So she's like, you know what? Maybe you should go out and meet people, and I wasn't doing it. So she decided to sign me up for online dating, and she even paid for it, okay? So Priscilla, I love you, chop kiss. So for our first date, we went to where,
It was a Dunkin' Donuts. Baskin Robbins.
Okay, and it was like closer to where we lived at my apartment, and I chose that location because like I did not even want to go meet him. Like instead of me to even drive,
you walked there.
I walked there. I was hoping that by the time I would get there, he would have gone. Like I would be so late for the date that I just did not want to go on a date. I didn't even want to go in a relationship. I was like, please let me mourn my broken heart. But then Captain Steven came. Prince Charming Steven came and rescued me, and happily ever after. Okay. Next question. What was my first impression, or what was your first impression about Moa?
You first.
Okay, me first. So Steven was like shy. Like when I first met him, because I'm like, this is different, and I'm like, when I first met him, I'm like, Lord, like this was not the 6-pack I prayed for, and God was like, you know what? I gave you what you needed, not what you wanted in a package that you did not want. Oh, you guys get what I'm trying to say? So, but Steven was quiet, oh my goodness, and shy, okay? This is a Ghanaian girl, like, we can talk, okay? And if you went to boarding school, even worse. So I was like, he was very shy, but there was one thing that we had in common was our faith. I remember on our first date, all we talked about was like the awesomeness of God and our faith. Like on our first date, that we just hit it off like right on the subject of God. So my first impression, that first one was like, check. He did impress me. So I'm like, oh yeah. What was your first impression of me?
I thought you were very talkative.
So,
had a lot to say. You had to explain a lot about yourself, and you know, you wanted to make sure I knew what was up about you. Okay.
See, I let you all out there on the first date.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't doing guy, okay? I wasn't doing guy for the first date. Or, you know, I wasn't like, you know, let me pretend and who I'm not. No, I was like, I was real from that. So you either accept me for who I am. When I met him, I was like, you know, broken heart. So I was eating my weight, so I had gained weight and all that. But once I was like, this is me, accept me or watch me walk away. Because after putting up with that, I wasn't going to let any man belittle me. And also one thing that Steven told me when I met him that I was like, oh wow, he told me never settle. You know, I shouldn't settle for less. If he's not good enough for me, there's always somebody out there who will be good enough for me. So I'm like, okay, so if this is coming out of your mouth, you're a keeper. I'm keeping you. Put it in my pocket. Yeah. All right.
Next one.
Next one. Meeting your family for the first time. Oh my goodness, don't get me started. Okay, so when we met, it was a couple of I'll probably say 2 months or less than that after we met. Mm-hmm. He wanted me to meet his parents right away. I was like, who does that? Like, really? And I was like, they wouldn't like me because I'm from Africa and all this. And I'm telling you
what. You're meeting them with some of their friends too.
Yeah, and I'm like, let me just meet you first. And they were coming with some friends. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be tortured. I don't want to do this. But then I met them, and when I met them, I didn't even say a word. I was like a whole totally different person. You know how first impression? So I was like, this is it. I either make it or break it. So I did not say a word. Like, I would do meeting the in-laws video, like a tag. And then his dad makes fun of me all the time. He's like, Stella, remember when we first met you? You wouldn't even say a word. I thought you didn't even talk. But now I'm so nice and friendly with my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. So if you're watching, love you, mom, love you, dad. Mm-hmm. All right, what about you meeting my family? Of course, you met Priscilla.
So I met Priscilla right away, all right, because you were living with Priscilla. Mm-hmm. And, she was very nice. She was very hospitable and seemed to be, rooting for me and trying to help you a lot.
Yeah,
So I appreciated that. And then meeting Prince. Prince was a really nice guy.
Yeah, Prince is my brother.
Yeah. And we seem to get along really well. Yeah. So
if I hadn't known my siblings, I would have said Stephen bribed them. Cause especially Priscilla, Priscilla was when I went on the first date, when I met Stephen the first time, we went on the first date, and we came back, and my sister was like, how was your date? I was like, I'm not going to marry that guy. I'm not going on a date. And my sister is like, I don't care what you do, but you're going on that second date, and this is your husband. And so Priscilla told, she's like, this is it. So I was like, what in the world is wrong with Priscilla? So when Steven finally came over, Priscilla was like, oh wow, Priscilla just fell in love with him right there. Prince was when Prince came for a visit, they bonded really well. So it was love at first sight for those people. So I was like, do I have any option? I did not. Priscilla was like, you did not. And Priscilla is somebody you don't want to mess with. Okay? I love you, girl. So, yeah, that was it.
And then meeting your mom and your dad.
Yeah.
And so...
My mom, when did you meet my mom?
Oh, when we went for your sister's wedding.
Okay, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. Okay. So, a question for Steven. So, what was your first impression of Ghana? Because we went to Ghana, 2014 for Priscilla's wedding?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your first impression? Look at the camera, though.
First impression of Ghana, it's hot.
He keeps looking at me. I'm like, I'm
very
fine.
Hot.
I know that. Just look at the camera.
Let me answer the question. Alright, so Ghana was very hot, very much like Florida, but different, traffic was very different, the food was very different in a good way, very fresh, had to get used to not having power sometimes.
Doomsaw.
Yeah, and cold showers, I didn't sleep very well the first... I don't know, week I was there.
Yeah, because we were so busy going from places to places, preparing for Priscilla's wedding.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was an experience. I didn't get sick though.
No. Oh, and every morning, what breakfast did you like to eat in Ghana every morning?
Oh, the house of cocoa.
Oh, I'm telling you, it was so annoying. I was like, we have oatmeal, because we brought oatmeal with us. And it's like, why would I eat oatmeal in America and come to Ghana and still eat oatmeal? So this man...
They have to eat the local food.
I know, I'm not kidding, guys. We will have to get him a house of cocoa every morning. And, it would be on, I would say, rare occasions. That's where you have Milo. He likes Milo too. He likes it.
And Ghana bread, tea bread.
He likes Milo. So I was like, oh my goodness. What? And then like all we ate was African food. Like my mom cooked when she came over. Because my mom lives in the eastern region, Koforidua, and we mostly were in Accra. So my mom would cook. She made wache for us.
That's right. It was really good wache.
Like he took everybody in Ghana by surprise. I wasn't surprised because I know him, and I'm like, this is a Ghana man in Obroni skin. So, all right. So
next question.
What do we argue the most about?
I don't know. What do we argue? We don't argue.
That's the thing. Look, my husband is the person that, look, he is so calm. He is so calm. It's not just because he's my husband and we're on camera. No, he is so calm and so respectful. He's so down to earth. So like when he makes a mistake, like he will apologize right away. Or when I do something like, and it's my fault, and I'm doing shakara, I'm trying to play hard, right? He will even apologize. Like, so we hardly argue. He's not someone you can hold a grudge against. Like, he's very lovable. And so what do we argue about? Oh, the only thing probably we argue about is pick your boxes up. It goes in the laundry basket. Things like that. Like, and I will be like...
making food when I make
food. I don't like him to cook. Like, no offense. I feel it's romantic when a man cooks, but the work afterwards, please don't do it. Like, I'm like, honey, I love you. But even he makes smoothies every morning. And then with that, I'm like, you made a smoothie. You did not cook peanut butter soup. But it looks, my kitchen looks at best whenever he's in there trying to impress me. So I was like, I love you. Just leave the cooking to me. Just don't do it. Don't do it. So yeah, but we don't argue like big fights, and we talk a lot. Sometimes like, we have things that we talk about. We have days that we'll talk, meet, ask time, and even though we don't, I mean, it's just the two of us in this house. Like we try to make time.
We have meetings.
Yeah, we have meetings, and we try to make time to talk. And yeah, we don't like argue. You know how couples will argue and shut the door, and we don't do that. Is our marriage perfect? No. What makes our marriage different? Christ. It is centered on Christ. Amen. So we pray a lot for this marriage. We pray a lot for our marriage. So, and I believe that that is what is like making us strong and keeping us going. And we read the scriptures and we try to stay connected. We stay connected to God, because I'm like, the Bible says what God has put together, let no man put asunder. So we trust our marriage in the hands of the Lord. And like I said, look at this. How can you get mad at this? Like, he's so calm, and he buys me flowers. So he
pro tip.
And he'll buy me flowers. Oh, and one thing, was it last week? Yes, last week. He was out of town for work, and then on his way back, he decided to stop at my workplace, even though I didn't get to see him because I was so busy attending to patients at the back. So where I work, we have I work mainly for the emergency department at my hospital. And he came, we have like security checkpoints where you have to check in. So he left like notes, and then it was like, guess what? It was like one of the cards said, Minado, if you guys have a head to WhatsApp, it was like, we like I said, that song, but like it was so funny. And so he brought me chocolate. That was very romantic. I didn't even know he was going to stop by. So those are the kind of things Steven would do. Like, he'll do little things. Sometimes I'll come back from work.
Pro tip.
Yeah, I'll come back from work, and my kitchen, believe you me, he will not cook because I want him. But like if I have like sometimes dishes, he will wash them, clean the kitchen. Like, he would just like do things that I'm like, wow, it's the little things like you do, It's the little things that you do makes me love you more. I need a record deal. You see, to us salvage, you have nothing on me. All right, so let's move on. And what else do we want to talk about? Okay, so what's my favorite song?
Your favorite song?
Yeah, if I have any. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't. No, I don't listen to. I don't have like a favorite song. I listen to gospel music a lot, like that, like the Joy FM.
Yeah.
That's our station, our radio station in our cars, like Joy FM. That's mostly what I listen to.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah, that's
Joy
mostly
FM.
that's mostly what we listen to. And what's your favorite Ghana food? What's your favorite Ghana dish?
Oh, wache. Yeah, wache is my favorite.
You give him wache, he will keep quiet, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so his favorite Ghana food is wache.
Although
So
I really like zomi too. The zomi.
Zomi, right? You guys
Yeah.
remember zomi? So
Zomi.
I'll make like beans, red. I'll make the beans and the zomi and the gari with the plantain. I'll make a recipe one of these days. So
Yeah, I should do that
zomi.
next.
Zomi. So what was one adventure that you took in Ghana that was like very memorable? What was one adventure that we went on in Ghana that was very memorable?
We went to the canopy walk.
Okay, we did the canopy walk in Cape Coast, guys.
Cape Coast.
I'm not gonna go into
Just
it.
watching people, who are afraid of heights. And all of my family
I'm not
walk
going
on the
to.
canopy.
I shouldn't have. He's never going to talk me to do it. And my little brother even made the words. Like, they ganged up against me. I was like shaking. I was like, no. And then we went to Cape Coast Castle. Did we ever go to I think we went to Cape Coast and Elmina, right?
Yeah.
We went to Cape Coast and Elmina. And we've been to that Accra Mall like several times.
Too many times.
Too many times when we were in Ghana. And we ate at, was it Basilos? The rice place with the salad. The rice place, we went with Prince and Junior and we bought the rice. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, so Basilos, we went there. And yeah, Ghana was fun. So let me ask him on camera. So would you ever consider moving to Ghana? Would you ever consider the idea of like even moving to Ghana?
Maybe.
Maybe. Why?
It's got to be the right conditions.
Okay, maybe I'll kidnap him one of these days. Okay, Ghana is fun. And then what do we do in our like leisure time? What do we do? Actually, we don't even have any leisure time because we are so busy. We both work and I am still like finishing up school. So sometimes we do school work and on the weekends I cook most of the time and maybe we'll pop a movie in and watch like, yeah.
But we've kayaked.
Yeah, we've kayaked. Like, this is the adventure man right here. I'm like,
Tennis.
I grew up in Ghana.
We tried to play tennis.
I tried to play tennis. I'm like, don't get me ever to play that again. So my heart, I felt like my heart
Tried
was
to
like,
rock climb too.
Yeah. So you see all this rock climb, tennis, kayak, paddleboarding. Yeah, right? You're taking paddleboarding,
right.
but I'm not.
It was a mistake.
It was a mistake because at that point I had not learned how to swim yet. That was like after my swim lesson, so that was a mistake. But kayaking is by far my favorite. Like I like to kayak. Even I told you next week let's go kayaking. So and fishing, we've been to fishing like once.
Fishing, yeah.
So we're gonna try and do. I think right now the weather is beautiful. When we went in the summer, it was blazing hot. Okay. So we're gonna try and do that again, and then what else? So, Steven liked to say one time I was saying like I'm like dark chocolate, and he was like you were what?
White chocolate.
And yeah, and then he was like together we're gonna make what?
Milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate. I was like, oh my goodness, what kind of like we laugh a lot. Like that's all life is about. Like you can't be too serious. I'm tight. Like no, don't do that. We joke a lot and we come up with phrases that I'm like, oh my goodness, if we want to put it all out there, we'll probably win a comedy contract. So, but we try to keep that because most of it is for the bedroom, It's not for outside.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on. All right, guys. So I guess this should be it. Do you have any questions to ask?
No.
No, I think we went through all your questions.
If you have any more questions, put them in the comments.
And
maybe we'll do part 2.
Maybe we'll do part 2. We love you guys. We want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all our subscribers.
Yes, thank you.
If you're new to our channel, this is us. This is Ikuya. And what's your tree name?
Is it Kojo?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, my mother-in-law, like, when I call, he's like, hi, Akia, like, she has my name stored, like, Akia, his name is Kojo, Patrick, like, his brother's name is Yao, so I'm like, Ma, like, really? But, yeah, it's like, she'd be like, Akia, like, so this is Akia, this is Kojo. Akia. Oh, and let me add this in there, like, he's working on his chi, you know. So if there's any good chi teachers out there,
I need help.
let him know, because like when I teach him, like he jokes so much, so I'm like, forget it. But I have taught him some words in chi, and my brother told my mom, it's like when they call him, just speak chi to him, he will understand. So what are some chi words that you've learned?
Debbie.
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 Madase. Why?
Why?
Trying to think of the other ones. Nakachro.
Nakachro. Okay. How are you?
Mpesa.
Mpesa. Okay.
Well. That's all I could think of. Right
how are you? How do you say, well, how are you?
Oh, at the same.
At the same. How do you say thank you?
And Madase, right? Yeah,
yes.
Madase.
And sometimes like I'll do something, it's like Debbie.
The Paucho.
The Paucho. So you say, and how do you say by the grace of God, or how do you say by the grace of God?
Oh, I forget that one.
Unyame Adum. Yeah, so he's been working on this chi, but whenever I teach him,
I need a Twi teacher.
You know, it's not Twi, it's chi. Say it.
Chi.
See? Yeah, so I try to teach him the chi.
I need help.
So he really wants to learn. So I'm like, okay, when my brother comes over, maybe they will learn some chi. But like between us, we joke so much that I'm like, Stella Bisio. But see, he knows the words. And what is he would say when Ghanaians talk, what do we do? Like when we talk.
They're yelling at each other all the time.
We are.
It always sounds like an argument.
He knows Ghanaian so well. Because I'll be on the phone with my sister and he'll be like, are you guys fighting? And I'm like, no, we're just talking. And if you're on the phone with my mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wahala. That's what that is.
And then he says we always add a letter.
Oh.
Yeah, we add like O to everything. Mibo, Matio, Mipajo.
Yes.
Fabremio, like he says we add.
So it's everything. Oh.
Alright, so
Chio.
So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share. There's 3 things you can do for us: subscribe, share, and like this video. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave it in the comment section, and we will answer all your questions. And I've gotten a lot of recipes from my subscribers, and I am going to be I am going to be working on that. Just bear with me.
Stay tuned.
A little busy with me right now, but I will make all those recipes and put it up. Until we meet again right here on StellaZone. What do you want to say to your subscribers?
Have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day.
Stay blessed.
Stay blessed, guys. We love you. God bless each and every one of you. Chop kiss.
Bye-bye.
And around me by one chain, me by ya was seeming chain, me oh I'm into